Prudential are national champions of business class, and it's a programme that's really important to the business. We've had relationships with schools in our local communities for around 20 years now, and business class was just a really great way to build on that and get sort of stronger and more long-term engagement in place. So business in the community has provided a really good structure that we can work with business in the community and with our schools and build a sustainable partnership. We sponsor some of the cluster work in Reading and in Stirling, which is a great way to bring different schools together and share the learnings and opportunities. And then we're actively involved in the cluster in London as well. So we're able to learn from what other businesses do and able to share what we do. So you can really see the benefit more broadly. And then on a national level, the passion and enthusiasm from our executive team is evident. So Prudential in Paddington is partnered with St Marylebone High School, who are based just a short distance away from the offices here. So I've been working closely with the school there to build the partnership, and it's very much driven by what the school's needs are and where they think we can come in and help. So key areas of focus at the moment, employability is probably the most important thing. So how can we give the students different experiences, access to greater knowledge about careers out there, and to start to think about how they present and prepare themselves for work. So there's activity we've been doing around that. We've recently been doing essential CV writing and interview skills with the Year 11 students. We ran an internship in the summer last year, so one of the students from the sixth form came to work within the offices for 4 weeks over the summer. So this was a paid internship and a great opportunity to understand a bit more about how a business works. So those are some of the things there. 2012 was a huge year for London with the Olympic Games, and the Sports Inspired programme is something that we ran nationally, and we also then involved the school in a community games day. I think one of the real benefits of the business class partnerships is about providing a different perspective for the school. So the experiences that we've got within our organisation are quite broad-ranging and really enable the teachers and the pupils to engage in a different level. So we've recently spoken with the school to Ofsted, who are quite interested in employer engagement and the benefits for the school. And they see it very much as the start of a longer term partnership. So rather than being, we come in, we help with something and we disappear, we're really building something that in 3 years' time, the relationship's still going to be there. You know more about each other and more about what you can access. So I think that provides a bit of structure and comfort for the school that helps them meet their needs. And then for the students, it's very interesting when you talk to the teachers about what students take away from sessions that we've come in to talk about. So in many cases, our message will be the same message that the teachers would get across, but somehow the students react and engage with it differently because it's coming from somebody in business. So when we talk about building a first impression when you come into the office or what you need to put on your CV, students listen and understand it in a different way because it's not a teacher or a parent telling them. So that seems to be a real benefit for the students. And then building their confidence with people in an adult work environment. Again, it's a huge benefit for the pupils to have that regular contact as well. There are huge benefits for people working at Prudential from this partnership. As an organisation, we're very committed to helping in our local communities, and we really celebrate the contribution that people make. So I think the benefits are twofold really. As an organisation, I think it really helps to engage people. People recognise that it's a bit different working at Prudential, and they enjoy the fact that we'll support them to go out and make a difference in their local community. So we do an annual employee opinion survey, and 90% of people that work at Prudential believe that we do make a difference and that what happens in the local community is important to us, and therefore they're allowed to go and engage in activities. So I think the enthusiasm that builds amongst people is priceless. And then individually, it's a fantastic way to use your skills in a different context. So if I think for me personally, it's been a great way to engage in education. You know, I've not been at school for quite a few years now. I don't have children of my own, and it's a world that I'm not really that connected with. So getting more involved in business class has been a great way to really start to think through some of the issues that we face in our kind of current world. So it's very difficult for young people to find work, and you've got increasing numbers of people leaving school and graduating without knowing what they're doing next. So being able to feel that I can make a small difference to that through helping prepare the students, it's phenomenal. I get a huge amount back from that, and it's developed skills and experiences in me that I didn't know that I had. And I didn't know I could use in that way. So that when you look at other people working for Prudential, again, they can develop in the same way. So new experiences, and it broadens horizons. So the benefits for the organisation as a whole are fantastic. I think the partnership between Prudential in Paddington and the school has been a real success so far. And there are a number of things that have made it work. I think first and foremost, the structure and the framework that business and the community have provided really helps you get at the issues that are important for the school. It allows you to work closely and build the relationships in the early days. And I think without that, you could really struggle to get the direction that you need and focus on the right things. And then beyond that, I feel now almost a year in that it's the relationships that are really moving it forward. So Fran from the school's a joy to work with. She's so enthusiastic and so committed to the programme, to making a difference, and to doing the right thing by the students. So it's that energy that I find quite inspiring, and it's a pleasure to work with her. I always look forward to the meetings, and they're always very well supported by the team from the business and the community, so that makes it very easy to keep things working. It makes it very easy to keep the contact there, and it's that regularity of contact and the conversations that make sure it's not a set of needs that are captured on paper and sit in a drawer. They're kept live. When something happens at the school, Fran will phone me. If something's happening in our business, I'll give Fran a call, and we just keep the connections there, and it keeps the momentum up. And then from my perspective, the support that Prudential provides is essential as well. So I'm encouraged to reach out and get more people involved from Paddington. Prudential are happy that I spend time investing in this because they see the benefit coming back. So the support I get from Prudential means that I can spend the time doing this, and it is important and it's valued. And you know, when you get a note from someone on the executive team that's read an article, it makes such a difference because you know that they really care that we're doing something and we're making a difference. So it's the support from all angles, and more than anything the relationship and the individuals involved that provides the energy and the impetus to keep it moving. So we all want to make this, passionately want to make this work, and keep it building and keep it moving. And I think without that energy, it's very easy just to be too busy. Fran's very busy at school, I'm very busy at work. So if we didn't care, and if we didn't have Caroline and Damini from Business in the Community nudging us and checking in on things, it would be so easy for this to be a great idea that never goes anywhere. So yeah, that commitment and energy is probably the key thing that makes it successful. Responsible business is really important to Prudential, even beyond the business class programme itself. We are a large organisation, and it's important that we're not just a business that sits in isolation. You know, we really do sit amongst the community. We're not just a faceless corporate. We care about the community. We know we can make a difference. And actually we're building a sustainable footprint. It's not just about cash, it's not just about being an employer, it's about being a part of something else that leaves a legacy and builds a future for the communities that we operate in.